Open. The closet's open. The closet's open. Good morning and welcome to Weekend Eats. I'm Casey, if you didn't know already, and I see my people, my family up in these pieces here. Hey there, Corey. Hey, my husband. Hey, Cosmic King. How are you guys doing today? Well, I know it's right after a holiday, so we may be kind of scarce today. However, we're going to do this thing. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to see if somebody else comes in before I begin because, I'm not backtracking. That's just the way that is. How was everybody's week? If you had to go to work like I did. I had to go right after Christmas, and I'll be continuing to go until next year, which will be next week. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm going to put this over here. I'm running on fumes today, y'all, for real, as you can see. All righty. Well, I'm going to start in a minute. I'm going to take me a sip of my coffee. I guess my coffee warmer won't ever be on because I'm not seeing any lights. They're telling me my coffee, the one I had last week, they're telling me that it's on. Now, I figure the indicator would be a light, maybe. I'm just saying.
Is it on there?
Yeah, the light. Yeah, the light is on. It is.
Yay!
It's also on in never mind. Never mind. Okay. How was everybody's holiday? How was your Christmas or your whatever you celebrate or nothing? Okay. How was your holiday? Somebody give me some feedback here because I'm going to tell you, mine is a blur. I am here to tell you, okay, having to work the day before and then the day after Christmas really takes a lot out of you. So trying to cook on that day, it was never ending. I mean, literally, it was never ending. Hey there, Teresa. Hi there, Volvo to Love. How are you today? How was your holidays? I hope it was great for y'all. I was just telling them I had to work the day before and I had to work the day after. So you can imagine. I'm going to tell you, when Christmas Day came, all I felt, you had a good one. That's wonderful, Volvo to Love. And you said, Miss Lloyd, it was delicious. What did you have? Tell me what you had. Anyway, I had all the things that I said that I was going to make. However, it took forever. For some reason, I just had no steam. I was so tired, but I was determined because I cooked all day, all the way into the night. When it got done, it sure did, But I tell you, it was an effort. So next year, I'm planning not to have to work the whole week. I may take 2. I don't know. That's if, hey, who knows what the future holds. However, I do know that 2025 is going to be the year for you, for me, for everybody. We're going to... Hey, Lois, how are you? So glad to see you. You are driving to see your friend. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, she's in a nursing home. Okay. I know, but that's just for a little while. You'll be up and about in no time, for real. So you're going to do whatever you do. Because, like I said, you are so much like my other sister, Pam. She never sits still. Never. She probably is not sitting still now. She didn't even get here yet. She probably is off somewhere on her way back to sitting still. I don't know. But anyway, hey, y'all, good for y'all. I'm telling you. I'm happily planted in my house forever. Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. So you had brisket, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, broccoli, cornbread, curry goat, white rice, string beans. Okay. What did you do? Buy the whole grocery store? Hey, Pam, good morning. I was just telling Lois about you, how you and her are alike and are always going somewhere and how I'm staying put. But That sounds good, T. I'm telling you. I'm like you now. I wish you could send me some because I was tired. Oh, you being gonna be here this morning. Okay, well, good. I'm glad you taking a rest. Everybody needs a little break. Yeah, they do. Because I tell you, this has been tiring. I am still tired, but I was really tired for Christmas. However, it's a new day. It's a new dawn. It sure is. Okay, you said everybody pitched it, and then see that's what I see. She did exactly what T did exactly what I was telling y'all earlier about your Thanksgiving dinners, your Christmas dinners, your holiday meals. Have everybody pitch in, and no one somebody is tired for real. So that was excellent. Good job, T. Good job. Anyhow, so of course, I got to take me a sip of coffee. So everybody, get your drink, whatever it may be, and I'm going to take a sip. Ooh, that one's really good. Ooh, beautiful assistant made a good cup of coffee. She usually makes a good cup of coffee, but that is exceptionally good right there. That's really good. So, what we're going to be getting into today, because it is going to be a new year, I decided to do something that was kind of in the theme of prosperity meals. Okay. And a lot of different cultures have them. The African American community has them. And it's based on pork and collard greens and black-eyed peas, or I read any kind of peas. Doesn't have to be black-eyed. So the next time I make some Hoppin' Johns, they will be with my favorite, which is field peas. Okay. However, I am going to do a pork shoulder, a boneless pork shoulder, the butt portion. So that has fat on it. It's going to be almost like the dark portion of, I guess, the pig. Okay, like a thigh. However, I am not going to put it in the oven. I am going to do it on top of the stove, which I found to be really, really fantastic and flavorful, and it's just good because I can do a lot of different things with it. I am going to shred it, so it's going to be an easy shredded pork. However, you don't have to make sandwiches with this. You can do a lot of different things with this. Very versatile. And I'm going to tell you, if you go to Costco's, they have these big giant ones that I think it's like maybe like 35, 40 bucks. That sounds like a lot, but then you get like 4 or 5 roasts out of it. Really do. So you can cut it up and put it away, if you do pork. For those of you who don't do pork, well, don't eat this one. But you can use this recipe for chicken if you want to, the same dynamics for some type of chicken or beef. You can use this recipe. So you just have to switch up a little bit of the flavors, but other than that, you can do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And for the love of coffee, all that I'm living for the love of coffee. Yes, I am. So I'm going to just be talking a little bit about my love. I've really, really grown to love it. And I've tried some new things. Believe it or not, I've tried some new stuff where coffee is concerned. I ain't deviate that much, y'all. I'm just telling y'all what other folks do. But I did try some new stuff, and it wasn't too bad. Of course, I'm always going to gravitate back to my tried and true, which is my Folgers. And I don't know if you remember, I told you I was going to have a challenge in 2025 for me and for you guys if you so choose to accept it. Okay. I said that Casey is having a New Year's challenge. And the challenge is I'm going to be coming up with some more healthy comfort food recipes that will not make you want to go back the old way. I'm working on that for myself. I hope you guys try it because, hey, it ain't going to kill me. I'm going to do an 80-20. I'm going to do 80% of what I'm supposed to do. And, 20% I probably will slack. But then maybe I won't. It depends on how good these recipes are. And I think they're going to be pretty darn good. So, hey, I'm going to do the New Year's thing, New Year's Day, because that's tradition. But starting January 2nd, next Saturday, when we have this show, I'm going to have a healthy version of one of your favorite comfort foods. Are you with me or are you going to slack? Let me know. Give me some hearts, give me some fingers, give me some something. But that is the plan. And I'm going to keep doing that until I have a whole arsenal of that dynamic for those people who want to do that. Hey, because I'm all about, like I told y'all, Megan, in moderation, do you. But hey, I'm 26. I'm willing to try it. I really am. Because I'm sick and tired of my knees hurting. Speaking of which, oh my goodness, this left knee, is it left? Yeah, left. This left knee decides that it wants to start jumping out of the joint. Go figure. So if you hear me scream in the middle, of this live, it's just simply my knee deciding to have its way with me. Okay, but I'm gonna try not. I'm gonna try not to show. I'm gonna try to ease the pain. Yes, I am. So you don't know it's coming back again. How about that? Because I said I'm going to be here every Saturday if you got to scrape me off the floor. How about that? Anywho, and then, as usual, my family stories, the family dynamics, all of that good stuff. Okay. I refuse to shed a tear today. My tears are too tired. They are even sluggish. They can't come out the tear ducts. They're like, oh no, not today, please. Okay. So we ain't doing that. Also, I'm not going to even tell you this, okay? Because, y'all know I have to use Casey's blessing in everything. Well, usually I have to make it at least twice a week in this house because we use it in everything. Well, during the week, I'm usually incommunicado because I'm stuck upstairs in my office. So I don't really know what goes on in my kitchen until Saturday. I leave that to, we're going to remain nameless, okay? So, needless to say, I have no Casey's blessing made. So I'm going to have to sit here and make it while we are here live. I can't let you see what it is, but I'm going to be making it up sitting right here while we talk. Anyhow, I have the pork shoulder, which I really feel like I got gypped because the first one that I bought from a local grocery store that will remain nameless, okay? It was, I think, $23 or $27. So I figured it was probably, family size, whatever. Listen, they brought that roast here. That thing looked like it fit on 2 pieces of bread. That's how big it was. It looked like it could literally fit between 2 pieces of bread. That's how big that thing was. Now, mind you, I told you, if you get from Costco's, you get it's so big till you think you brought half of the pig here. And you have to cut it up into separate rows. Unless you're hi, Benjamin, how are you? Hey, listen, Benjamin, I'm always late. It's always something. You here, which means you on time. That's the way it is. And what I am doing, I am going to cook an easy shredded pork to commemorate our new year coming in. And tonight on the Love Rhythm recipe, I will be doing something and people won't expect it. I am doing New Year's Eve bites. So appetizers that are inspired by the prosperity meal. I'm going to be doing some stuff that you guys have never seen before because I'm going to be in my creative mode. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be really, really good. It's going to be really cute. I'm so tired of the traditional, we always have the deviled eggs. We always have the pigs in a blanket. We're going to step this up and we're going to do a duo. So for those people who don't want to have to do a whole lot of cooking, New Year's Day, you got this stuff and it's really good. And New Year's Eve, you have something wonderful and fresh and new, just like the year is going to be. And that is why I'm cooking this pork now, because this shredded pork is going to be part of that menu. So if you hurry on down to Casey's at 6 o'clock tonight, you're going to be exposed to all of this, along with the fact we're going to be talking about getting rid of that emotional baggage before you step into another relationship. That is very important. And that is kind of parallel to new beginnings, to prosperity, and to having a better life for a better you. How about that? So, what I'm going to do now, I am going to show you what the ingredients are, which are very simple. Beautiful assistant, I need for you to get me some chicken broth. I need 2 chicken broths. Okay, I'm getting a lot of assistance today. I told y'all my knee, I'm not trying to have that catastrophe. So I'm going to do as little walking as I have to. So everybody get your coffee.
2 chicken broth?
Yeah, just 2 chicken broths. And matter of fact, what I will do while she's doing that, we can talk about this coffee, y'all, because I'm going to try to find something, an alternative to coffee sometimes. I'll be totally honest. I only drink water. That's really what I drink. Water, and I drink maybe 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day. It really, on the weekends, I don't drink a lot of it at all. You know, it's more so during the week. And I've just acquired this habit or this behavior, I say over the last 18 months, you know, because, hey, my life is a beast. I'm just being real. It is a beast. So let me move back a little. Let me get my little papers here because I found a lot of information that was relevant to me and just relevant to people who are really deeply into coffee. And as I research this, I know y'all like, I'm so sick of hearing about her and her coffee, but it's so interesting. It's so many facets. No, I really don't. I don't need more than that. Just my bacon fat.
Okay. Oh,
a little bit of bacon fat.
right.
Okay, so like I said, one more. What's happening? You sending love and shout out. Oh yes. Oh, Lois says she's sending love and shout out to my beautiful assistant. Yes, yes, and she said, "Oh, thank you so much." Yeah, you have to give folks their propers. I know. That's what Aretha said. She sure did. Anyway, so I'm just gonna hip you guys to a little bit of this stuff because I was like, I didn't know it was so much about people really love coffee. They really do. I mean, it serves a purpose for me. Now, my passion for coffee really is based upon it gives me a little life. It gives me some spunk when I'm tired. Okay, when you know, it's a bridge over troubled waters for me. It really is, for real. Because I'm gonna tell you, sometimes I need that pick me up. And I never realized that it really did that for me until I started drinking more of it. Because believe it or not, I used to only drink coffee once a week, and that would be 1 cup on a Sunday, and probably with my breakfast or something. And then sometimes I wouldn't. But I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, coffee, that's the first thing come out my mouth. I probably will not even eat anything until later on in the afternoon. But the coffee got to keep it coming because it helps. It really does help with being alert, cognitively and physically, you know, for me. So, yeah. I'm addicted. I'm not going to tell you a lie. Yeah, the coffee is my friend, you know, and like I said, that is what brings a passion for me. For some people, I'm looking at here, and I will say the comfort. They're saying the smell of it, you know, the taste of it, the everything about it is just like they're in love. Okay, and it's saying the highlight of coffee for a lot of people is the community because they go to these coffee places, these coffee houses, and or, you know, so I guess Starbucks or wherever, you know, and they meet with each other and they talk and they socialize over coffee. So it's become a real thing for a lot of people. I can get it. Hey, only thing I'm socializing with is this cup, my mouth, and my computer. Because and I won't say her name, but if I say her name, then she'll come on and I'll get in trouble. But that AI friend of mine, assistant, she does it for me. It's me and her all week long, really, for real. So yeah, that's my, and you guys, you are my community. You are my Starbucks. You are my socialization, for real, for real. So thank you for being there. I'm going to take another drink. So they're saying here, they talk about the best time of day to enjoy coffee for maximum flavor. Do you realize they have a best? But see, I guess this has to do with people who have drip coffee or whatever. My coffee is instant. Any time of day is a good time for me. But they're saying between 9:30 and 11:30 is the best time of day when your body's cortisol, get my mouth right, levels, the natural energy hormone begins to decline. Let me think. I don't know, because I start drinking my coffee about 8:30. It takes me probably until 11:30 to finish it, so I would know if it was declining or not. When I wake up, it's declined. However, this is what they say, and they say the coffee provides a perfect boost without overstimulating you. And I'll be totally honest. I have people that have said to me, "Oh, I can't do coffee because I'm shaking. It does nothing for me." And I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. It's oh, excuse me. Thank you. What I need, I wish coffee could stop all these allergies. I thought when wintertime came, I would stop sneezing. I am waiting for an appointment with the allergist. Where I live, it's like it takes forever for specialists, because I really do need them to look up there, some ear, nose, and throat somebody. This is not normal. I am sneezing at everything. I am afraid to get another allergy test, because the last one I had, which was probably about 10 years ago, I was allergic to 60 different things. Now I'm probably allergic to life, because I am telling you, I am forever sneezing. But anyway, so they're also saying that how to store coffee is important too, to keep it fresh. And again, they're not talking about the instant. Okay, so they're saying you should store it in an airtight container in a cool, dry place away from light and heat. Avoid storing your coffee beans in the refrigerator, and I've seen people do that, or in the freezer. They can absorb moisture and odors from your refrigerator. Oh, wow. Okay, don't do that then. Okay, use your coffee beans within 2 to 3 weeks of opening to get the optimal freshness. These things are important. I know people who have had coffee sitting in their pantry since time began. And then you come over there and they want to offer you a cup of coffee. Yeah, that probably, I don't know. That may be why that coffee tastes so bitter. I don't know. Anyhow, they're also saying simple methods to enhance your coffee's flavor at home. One way to boost the coffee flavor is blooming your coffee grounds. Blooming? What in the world is that? Blooming your coffee grounds before brewing. I guess they're going to tell me, pour a small amount of hot water over the grounds and let it sit for 30 seconds. This releases trapped gases and allows the coffee to extract more evenly, resulting in a richer taste. So they said blooming. Well, that sounds like just steeping, like you do a tea bag. Just kind of let it sit there.
Are we talking like steep the whole bean?
No, the grounds. I guess, once it's ground up or whatever, that's what they're saying. Okay. Listen. Okay, this gets way, way too complicated for my life. And then they're saying the importance of experimenting with different brewing methods is, I told y'all I finally figured out what a French press was, and I told you what that was. And they say that offers a full body flavor due to the immersion of the brewing process. It's that thing like a plunger, and it kind of holds it down, and the granules are not there, and it just kind of compresses that coffee. But they also say that it's not good to drink it like that all the time. I read that too. The pour over. So yeah, pouring the hot water over it instead of letting it come out of a machine. They're saying that provides a smooth, clean flavor. And then, of course, the cold brew. I can't talk today. I told you I was tired. The cold brew delivers a naturally sweet and low acid taste, which is perfect for hot summer days. I just can't get into cold coffee. I've tried it.
Hey, so we looked up the meaning of blooming if you still want to know.
Okay, so beautiful assistant looked up the meaning of blooming. What is it?
It's when you bloom coffee grounds, you're letting them release their flavors and oils. So, like you said, just immerse them in water.
Right, so it's like steeping. Like I said, like you just letting the coffee. What do you call it? A tea bag sitting in there.
Right. So it's kind of like what they do with tea. And it says it makes the flavors richer and more flavorful.
Right, right. I hope you guys heard that because I never know. I never know until after I rewatch this stuff and all I hear is her voice is yes. This is what I hear from you. This is what I hear when I rewatch it, right? And she's doing all this talking, and then it looks like I'm talking to myself because that I can't see any of your interactions unless I do it on, I guess, on my computer or whatever. If I watch it on TV, it literally looks like I've lost my ever-loving mind. And I am looking and talking to myself. It is so hilarious. I crack myself up when I look at myself on television. It is so funny. You guys got to try it for real. You will be on your back rolling. But anyway, so then they're giving some tips on creating your own coffee blends. Okay. And you know, we've been through this. You can mix different coffee beans, grind them in order to get a different flavor if you want to do that. You know, experiment with how much of this much coffee and that much coffee you want to put in it. One day, when I get some money, because honey, you know, instant coffee is expensive. I ain't got no money to be experimenting. I'm sorry. I have to go with what I know. When I get some money, I'm gonna get some instant coffee, and I'm gonna mix it and see if I can take it. If I can, I know I'm gonna have to use my husband as the guinea pig because hey, I like what I like.
I feel that.
I like what I like, and I cannot. And it's not that I am not flexible. I am. It's just my taste buds know what they like, you know, and it's something that hey, that's just me. Okay, so he's the adventurous one. My husband will give a restaurant a try several times. Give them you got one shot with sis. Okay, if it's messed up, I'm never coming back.
That is the truth. Nah, yeah. Oh, I can't tell that.
You have one shot with me, for real. So any restaurants out there, if you see me coming, please do your very best because, hey, when I do my cooking, I try to give my A game every time. Sick, well, on the floor, whatever. Okay. If I can't give my A game, there's a problem with me. Okay. If something don't look right, it's going in the G file. That's me. Okay. So I expect the same treatment when I go and I spend my $100, $200, $300 on a meal at a restaurant. Don't just slap something together because that's how you feeling that day. Because I will not come back. Ever, ever. Anyhow, so tips for grinding the coffee, it has to be a certain size. So coarse grind is best for the French press. Go figure. See, I don't know nothing about all these grinds because my instant coffee comes one grind. It can dissolve. That's what it comes. It can dissolve. Boy, that's what I'm saying. That's what I keep getting intrigued with this because I'm like, this is like a science, y'all. For real. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Maybe I should have a coffee station on YouTube. Because I'm like, medium blend, ideal for the drip coffee makers and pour over methods. Okay, because it balances flavor during the extraction time. And then fine grind is perfect for espresso. Wow. I would think it would be the opposite. Espresso and something called the AeroPress, allowing for quick extraction and strong flavor. So the finer the grind, the stronger the flavor. Who would have known? Who would have thought that? Not me. Okay, so we talked about this too, the water that you use, and I agree with that. If I make coffee with the water that comes out of my faucet, it's going to have a whole nother dynamic. Because see, the water that comes out of my faucet, down here where I live, see, I'm from New York City. And you would think New York City would have the worst water. Man, they had the best. I never drank a bottle of water from the store when I lived in New York. When I moved here, though, when I saw all the little creatures, big and small, and the cloudiness, and I'm like, okay, we need to find the water that I like. And so I started drinking bottled water. When I got this refrigerator here, this refrigerator came with a filtered water, which I was so happy. Yes, because it was a game changer. I tasted it. I'm like, no more bottled water. So I say this to say, when I make my coffee, or if the kids have some kind of Crystal Light or something like that, something water based, we always use the filtered water, and it is a difference. It is a difference. I'm telling you. So if you make your coffee with some not tasting good water, it's going to make a difference. I know this personally. Okay, so they're saying, like I said, the water quality and the temperature of your brew should be 195 degrees Fahrenheit to 205 degrees Fahrenheit, just below boiling for the best flavor extraction. Okay, water that's too hot or over water that's McDonald like. Okay, I'm never gonna let that die. I cannot believe. Anyway, let me not digress. Okay, if it's too hot, it can over extract the taste and make the coffee better. Well, I guess the beautiful assistant can say, I told you so about something, because everything she does is lukewarm. I can't stand it. I like hot. I like hot. It has to be hot. I need some smoke coming out of here. Yes, if it's not coming out of here, I'm not happy.
I like to have my taste buds still intact after I'm done.
Listen, I'm 26 years old. Every taste bud is still dancing across my tongue, okay? So I'm not trying to hear that. I'm telling you, for me, the flavor of anything is elevated when it is hot to me. Okay. Now I will say you can really tell when something is really flavored when you can eat it hot or cold and it's still really good. But for the most part, yeah, I don't want it where I'm 5 alarm fire, and little firemen or people got to come and hose my tongue off. No. However, I do like my food to be a certain amount of heat. Reason being is because, like I say, I work a lot of hours in front of the computer. A lot of times I'll get food and I'll just pick on it, for an hour or so. So if it's really, it's not hot, it's going to be really cold, So that's just my preference, hey, que sera, sera, That means for all of you young people who don't know that song, whatever will be, okay? All right. And then finally, sharing your personal preferences. My personal preference, as you guys know, is what? Instant.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Instant. And for my sister-in-law, taster's choice. Taster's choice. Yeah. But, hey, whatever, man. Do you. Whatever makes you happy is what I say is the best thing to do. So, as I said, I'm going to have to bore you guys because I'm going to have to make up some of this blessing.
Oh,
but
wait, before you do that, we're supposed to be showing ingredients. So.
Yeah, well, I'm going to show the ingredients that I have, and I'm going to be making up this blessing. I need a piece of foil, which I never got. Okay, and then I'm going to put this meat on, and then we're just going to have a little tete-a-tete. Okay, so we have, this was the roast, right? So why is it looking like this? No, it didn't come this way. But it was, if you put it all together, it was, like I said, big enough for about a sandwich. We call them heroes in New York. Some people call them subs in other parts of the country or whatever. It was about this big. Okay, so yeah, so that's about 2 sandwiches.
That was a roast junior.
Okay, $23 or $27. Okay, for that kind of money, for this little bit of a roast, Miss Piggy should have came with it. And she should be preparing it.
They said it's a roast junior.
A roast junior, right. So anyway, I do this because this is going to expedite. I cut it up into chunks, or this time, my beautiful assistant cut it up into chunks. You can even cut it smaller than this. Why, Casey, do you cut it up into chunks? Because this makes it cook faster. And we always want to do things, as fast as we can. Casey doesn't use Instapots, although I have 2 underneath my stairs. I have 2 crock pots too. I don't use that. Okay, I use the old-fashioned pot on top of the stove. However, this recipe can be done for those Instapot and crock pot lovers. Put it in there the same way I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you, and stick it in your crock pot for 155 hours if you want to, and your Instapot, which is supposed to do it a little faster if you like, and do your thing, and it will be wonderful. And like I said, you can do this with beef, or you can do this with a chicken if you want, or some type of poultry. So then, of course, you guys know, I got my Trinity girls up in here, but this time I have my red pepper, I have my celery, still got some fresh, honey, they've been doing that thing with that celery. This is not the same one from Thanksgiving, no. And my beautiful assistant told me when I said that last week, Mom, that's not the same celery from Thanksgiving. We bought more. See, I told you I don't know what's down here until I come on Saturday. So I'm giving props to the store for having this wonderfully fresh magic celery that lasted 3. It did, but they did doing a good job with this, because usually I get the celery, and my sister can attest, and she lives all on the other way side of the state. Okay, it's so hard to get fresh celery that holds up. So this is good. So I have this coarsely chopped. It is what 3?
Yeah,
it's 3 stalks of celery, coarsely chopped. Coarsely meaning the pieces are about this probably about 2 inches long. How do I know it's 2 inches? Because I've always been told, if you look at this part of your finger from your knuckle to your thumb, not the nail, that's about 1 inch. So I am measuring like that. Okay. So celery about 2 inches long. My pepper, which was a whole red pepper, about 3 inches, and it's about 1 inch thick. So I'm not doing anything fancy. Why? Because this is all about flavoring. And then I have my red onion, of course. I could have done the white onion, but I'm going to use that later. And I have some thyme, some fresh thyme, 2 sprigs of the fresh thyme. I have 2 sprigs of the rosemary, and I will have a teaspoonful of some fresh basil, which the basil is in this own little container. So these are the base vegetables, okay? Of course, butter. Why do we use butter, everybody? You should know by now. This is a test. No, not the assistant. I want everyone in there, my family there in the chat. Why do we use butter, everyone? I'm waiting. I know you know it.
Come on, y'all.
Okay. Okay, you cheated. Okay. Yes, because it makes everything all better. I think that if I was ever a creator of something, like a sculptor, I would probably sculpt butter, something in butter.
No.
Yes, I would. So I have this stick of butter. Now, I will probably, it'll probably just be a stick, because that's not much of me, this a baby. So yeah. And then I have this, and I think this is 32 ounces. And I do the reduced sodium always of the chicken broth. You can use whatever kind, you can use beef broth if you want to. This is my choice because chicken broth is a little bit lighter. I don't want to change the dynamic of the taste of the meat. I have never had Kerrygold butter, but you know why? Because they don't give you, do they give you 4 sticks? I think it's 2. And I use a lot of butter, Volvo to Love. I would have to really probably go work for them in order, because that butter where I'm living is expensive. So I would probably have to get a job there so they could give me a company discount. Because, honey, butter, I use a lot of butter. But I am going to try some with probably when I make my next apple cinnamon bread pudding. That's what I'm going to try. But like I said, butter is the thing. And then, of course, I have my little bacon fat here, which I'm going low. So they got to cook some more bacon up in this piece. But just a little bit. And you'll see why I'm doing it when I get ready to do this thing. Then, of course, my Casey's Blessing, which is all gone, y'all. So I'm going to mix this up. And I would love to give you the recipe. However, then I would have to take all of you and put you on an island. And you would never be able to get off because it's a secret. Yes, it is. That's it. That's all. So for the all-purpose seasoning, and some Sazon, the no salt, no MSG Sazon, because it just tastes good. You can also put a little bit of Lowry's on it. I do the low sodium for that too. Lowry's, hint, hint. Casey uses you all the time. Look at all her videos. Okay. Commercial, brand, deal. Hey, I'm here. You know, that and Adolph's meat tenderizer, which I put on my cubes while they sat in the refrigerator. Now, I'm going to tell you a little tip. When you do this roast, I like to put the meat tenderizer on ahead of time, so I'll do it overnight. I didn't get that opportunity. So I'm going to tell y'all a little secret why. Okay, see, I shouldn't be telling y'all this, but because y'all are family, I'm going to let you know what really happened. This should have been behind the scenes. So I had the roast right ahead of time. Well, yesterday I say, beautiful assistant, take the roast out of the freezer so it can be ready that evening for me to cut up and put in the refrigerator with the meat tenderizer. Well, Casey gets up as usual. Well, Casey never went to bed. Casey stretched her leg on her bed for about 45 minutes and came downstairs. I had been up all night long preparing for these shows. Come downstairs and I'm trying to do something. You say you see this hair and hey, try to do the best. I try to look presentable at least. Okay, and trying to get myself together. And at about 8:45, beautiful assistant shows up. So I'm like, beautiful assistant, the knee is kneeing today. It is deciding that it wants to jump off my body. So I'm going to have to limit my movement. And I needed to prep my vegetables. And, I was going to take the meat out. And everything's running now. In any case, so what do you think happened? So I'm in there trying to make this afro round so it doesn't look so crazy on me. And what do I hear? Oh boy, you're gonna be mad. I'm like, why am I gonna be mad? Well, we didn't take the roast out of the freezer. I'm like, dun, dun, dun. I'm like, what? No roast? I have put all of this on YouTube. I have promised everybody this roast. I need this roast for later on to make my hors d'oeuvres. Roast is hard as a brick. Okay, you know what time the show's supposed to start. I told y'all 8:45. So, of course, at this point, I'm like, what I'm going to do? I can't even call Instacart to go get me another one at this point because it's so early in the morning. And I don't even know if they're going to have another $27 roast that's as big as a sandwich. Okay, yeah, I did it. This is how family is. See, we are very open in my family. And since you're a part of my family, I have to tell you. It is $10 for 4 sticks at Sam. Whoa! For the love, are you kidding me? 4 sticks of carrot, man. Okay, do the people who create this come along with the butter? Just let me know. Okay, let me know. Because do you know what? For them prices, I can churn my own. They call it cake. Wow, that better be some great taste. Vote for the love. I'm coming to your house. Okay, because you got some onion up there. Tender to man, please. You talking about I would be taking that butter and chipping off little pieces. So whoa, that is deep. Anyhow, so back to me telling on the beautiful assistant. So my meat is frozen like a brick. Okay, so now I'm like, what am I going to do? I have put all of this stuff on YouTube, all the little advertisements, all the blah, blah, even though probably many people didn't look at it anyway, but that's not the point. The point is, I did it, and I am a woman of my word. So I'm like, okay, which one of them am I going to get? And they're going to do something. They're going to run and find a pig. They're going to do something. So I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, but she redeemed herself because she figured out a way to unthaw it. Okay. She did. I don't know what she did. I ain't asked no questions. Okay. All I know is that roast is unthawed now. It sure is. Okay. I'm telling y'all, send your resumes. Send your resumes. Send your resumes. If you guys could see the stuff that goes on behind the scenes in this place. Oh my goodness.
Didn't she kind of make me sound good? Because that means I got magic. I was able to unthaw a roast.
No, that means that means that she was about to be excommunicated from our family. That's what that meant. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so yeah, just saying.
Okay, but that's not all. But wait, there's more. Okay, the reason why I'm sitting here having to make Casey's blessing in front of my audience is because she cooks it all up all week long. She doesn't know how to make it. And she didn't tell me I didn't have any ready. Okay, so now I got to sit here and chop it up in front of everyone. And I know you want to know the recipe, but I can't tell you. Okay? So she's putting me out there in front of 84,000 viewers and counting. Okay? Thankfully, these lives, people don't really watch that much. Not yet anyway. But I am telling you, I'm going to keep coming at you every single week. They're going to love me. They're going to love me. They're going to watch these lives because I think lives are the bomb. Why? Because I can talk directly to the people I care about, which is you, and you. And that makes me feel good. So I will do a live any day, anytime. I don't care how nut bucket I look. I don't care about any of that stuff. Hey, this is how I get to be with you. So people are going to get used to this because this is how I'm coming at you. I'm going to still do those videos. Yes, I am. But I'm going to keep coming at you live as long if it's 5 of y'all, 10 of y'all, or 1 of y'all. Okay? Because this is how I feel close to my community. My community's not big yet, but my community is loyal and strong and good people. And that is what I care about. So, yeah. So let me get over here. I'm gonna quickly make this. And she still didn't give me guess what she didn't still give me? Okay, y'all think I'm playing. I want resumes. Okay, resumes, y'all. Can you spell resume? Yeah.
Isn't it the same way you spell resume?
Right?
Okay, but it's resume because resume does not in the vocabulary. Okay, these people, I'm gonna tell you. While I'm doing this, I'm stalling, of course, because I'm trying to make this stuff. But while I'm doing this, I am noticing. Do any of you guys notice? And I'm just saying. People that are, I'd say mid-30s on down, people that, because I have a staff of people, basically people in that age range. Then I have a couple of people that are in my age range, but mostly that age range and younger. They're so different. I'm like so intense about everything I do, and they're just like, okay. Okay. And I'm standing on my soapbox like I do here with you guys, trying to educate people, okay? Trying to give them the benefit of my knowledge so you can have what you want out of life. Because I know they want stuff, but they're like, okay. Have you experienced this? Because I'm like, okay. I know I was an egg in the 60s, okay? Maybe those eggs were different. Because I'm not understanding. I really am not. Nothing of this. I am like maybe I'm over the top with my urgency, okay? Because hey, I'm 26. But I've always been like this. It's like, I'm a closer. I don't care if the resolution is not what I want. Things have to be. I don't like open ends. I don't like anything like that. I will work and work and work until there's some sort of resolution. So I say this to say, I'm going around here like, oh, this is a travesty. Like, okay, let's get some water. We'll throw it out some way. I'll chisel the piece. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So, yeah. So I'm sitting here now making seasonings when I should be cooking. I'm just saying. And when I got this, but at the end of it all, I saved the day. Yeah, I want to hear the noise. Okay. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Okay, so resumes. Okay, and I will probably start to sneezing in a minute because all of these ingredients are powder form and they have this fume that kind of goes up. And you know by now, I'm allergic to life, but I'm not allergic to you guys. So I'll just keep, as long as you don't mind the sneezing, I'm going to be here. That's for sure. So maybe you could tell me something. Oh boy, yep, you started already. But it's worth every sneeze. It really is. It is worth every sneeze. Now, ask me how I know how much to do this. Because this is just, I know. And it comes out perfect every time. Can you believe it? Do I measure? No. I'm going to call it, seizure. I see it is happening. How about that? It's happening, and I'm always correct, and I'm always on time. Yes, it is happening, and I'm sees it. Okay, so I know. Listen, I'm going to create my own dictionary. Okay, when I go back to being an egg, even this little channel that I have, if it never gets any bigger than this, there will be a spot in this world, in this stratosphere, in the galaxy and beyond, that will hear my tiny little print of crazy. And it's okay, because I'm just happy with just the things, just the way they are. Okay, so yeah. Oh boy, let me stand back. The other day, I cut an onion. Now, most people complain about the onions making them tear. It never makes me tear because I learned the dynamic of how to get rid of those acidy, whatever comes out the onion and makes you cry. Well, of course, I did not do what I normally do, because normally I will cut the skin off an onion and then I will immediately run it under cold water. And chemically, I've read this is a good thing to do, because it dissipates whatever those juices or whatever that is that comes up. That's like, what do you call it? Tear gas or whatever. Because man, oh man, of Shevitz. But anyway, I didn't do that. So I'm sitting here and I'm cutting this onion, and I had never really felt the effects of what an onion does to you when you don't rinse it off. Oh, baby, did I feel it? Man, let me tell you something. This is why I don't cut up stuff in front of y'all, okay? Because I look like somebody had whipped me. My eyes were red. They were running. Everything was running, not just my eyes, my nose, everything. And it wouldn't go away. It took a while for it to go. I'm like, oh, my goodness. And we eat this? Yeah, well, we eat it. I know what I'm missing. Onion powder. Okay, so I have, like I said, that's a good method to always, I thoroughly rinse all of my vegetables and stuff like that, but it's a habit with me to rinse off an onion. So if you are having those issues with crying or onion irritating you, even the little green onions, even the teeny tiny little green onions, okay, rinse them, give them a bath. They deserve it. They probably need it. I'm thinking that it's a little bit more than just the whatever it is that, and I'm gonna find out the name of whatever it emits, okay, that causes that irritation. But I'm thinking it's a little bit more than that. I'm thinking maybe some of the pesticides that they put on this stuff, because that was like over the top. It was like somebody had really sprayed me with some type of tear gas or something. That was not happy. My eyes were not happy at all, period. You know, I can't see. And then I turn around and have to do that too. That was unhappy feeling. So that was not a happy meal. That meal was unhappy because guess why? Because the cook was crying. And you know, my food likes to see me smile. Go figure. That's what it told me the other day. It sure did. And that little itty bitty roast that she forgot to unthaw, that little roast was talking in this little itty bitty teeny tiny voice. He said, "Oh my goodness, could you put me in the back of the freezer because I haven't grown up yet?" I'm like, oh, buddy, you gonna be somebody's dinner. I don't know. You may not be all 7 of us, but it'll be a sandwich going. It'll be a sandwich going out somewhere. That is for sure. So yeah, I felt gypped. I feel gypped a lot. I'm gonna tell you, I had one of my shoppers, because I tell you I do Instacart, and that's pretty much how I shop, because I like to go to a lot of different stores, and I ain't got that kind of bandwidth. That's the new word, y'all. That's the youngins word. I come from an IT background. I have worked in the IT department before. So when you say bandwidth to me, that means computer language. So when somebody says, I don't have the bandwidth, what are you talking about? You got like 1 terabyte. Whatever. I'm like, what are you talking? Well, they're talking about, I don't have, I guess, the energy or the capacity, or, you know what? English, please. Because I'm like, bandwidth? What are you talking? You don't have the bandwidth. Okay. But that's what it is. So I don't have the bandwidth. And I forgot why I said I was talking about bandwidth anyway. You see, that's what happens when you're 26. Because then you veer off into the stratosphere. And it's like, Because I tell you, if you could read my mind, love, oh, you'd be afraid. You'd be like, my goodness, how does she sleep? Because literally my mind has all these little compartments going. I have all these little pictures and movies and stuff going on while I'm talking to you. I'm sitting here thinking about, how am I going to manage to have a show every day of the week for every topic that's in my mind? They're going to be tired of seeing me. I'm just going to stay in front of the computer with my pillow and just talk. And then you press a button and the information just comes out. What do you think? I think that would probably be interesting. I would probably be on Ripley's Believe It or Not. What do you think?
That's an idea.
Yeah, that's an idea. She says, my beautiful sister said that's an idea, y'all, as long as she don't have to be part of the dynamic. Okay, that's an idea. See, you know what? I'm going to get real with y'all, okay? I have to pull these people kicking and screaming. They don't believe in the process, okay? They like to sleep too much. Let me tell you something. Sleep your life away if you want to. There's a reason why little children don't like to sleep, and you're like, why don't they want to sleep? Do they understand that sleeping is blah, blah? They have the ticket. They understand that every single day, every minute, every minute second of this life is precious. And if I sleep it away, I'm definitely going to miss something. When you get to be 26, and I'm going to tell you, until I got to be, I would say until 2019, and how old was I then? Somebody do the math. I'm trying to think. Anyway, 2019, I had brain surgery and spine surgery at the same time. A little piece of and I'm just telling y'all all my business, but you know what? I'm going to tell you anyway. So the reason why I'm telling you, because if you ever have this dynamic, you may not get diagnosed with this dynamic unless you hear the story. And it's quite common from what I understand, but it takes people sometimes years for the doctors to diagnose them. I, however, diagnosed myself and saved my own life. So let me get this. I need a knife so I can mix up my stuff. But I lost it. I don't know where it is. So I'm going to tell you this story, which I don't have a problem with because it's like your family. I think that anything that can help my family here in this house, outside of here, is relevant and should be said. So bottom line is 2019, I had to have surgery. During that year, and I had the surgery, it was April or May of 2019. The problem started in 2018, I would say maybe 6 months prior to when I had the surgery, maybe 6 or 7. Well, what happened is, I have allergies, and I have bad sinuses. So it's like anytime I ever get sick, it's always in the dynamic of my sinuses. It's never a cold. I haven't had the flu or anything like that. It's always some sort of sinus infection that turns into bronchitis. So I'm used to that. I know I'm going to get that at least once a year, and that's just the way it is. So it started off like that. But what happened was my left nostril, I kept clear fluid was running out of my left nostril. So if I sat upright, and I did this and I put a cup to it, it would fill up. If I laid back, I would aspirate and it was going down in my lungs. So it kept me in a state of bronchitis. It kept me in a state of my lungs having fluid in it. I was just sick, sick, sick. And so I went to a lot of doctors. I went to ear, nose, and throat specialists. I went to my primary care physician. I had cats. I had all kinds of stuff going on. Nobody could figure this out. This went on. They gave me so many antibiotics because they thought I had these infections, which I didn't. But they gave me so many antibiotics until it took about a year before I could take antibiotics again. But that's another story. Well, my PCP, who was a lovely lady, and I would tell you this, if you have a doctor, your primary care physician is supposed to be your gatekeeper, your confidant, the person that is going to make sure that you have health and validity. If you don't have that with a primary care physician, you need to get a new one. My doctor was a fabulous person, okay? And what she did was she listened to me when I told her things. I'm the person that comes for a physical and I have a dossier of all the things that have happened to me over that year, every ache and pain, how long it took, everything. So when I come into the doctor's office, they don't have to give me that paper to fill out or ask me questions or whatever. I tell them, I've looked it up. I'm telling you what I think it is. It may be this, 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 and this. Check it out. Because I want to be serviced. I don't want to be bounced around. I don't want to go to a million different places. I don't want to have a million different drugs given to me that are not relevant. So me being that person, I was really sick for a long time. I was working from home, as I've been doing for a lot of years. And I kept working and working and working, but I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And I couldn't shake it. So one day I'm sitting in March of 2024, and I'm sitting in front of my computer doing what I do. It's normal, working. And something said to me, Self, go to Google and type in, why is there clear fluid leaking, running out of, I didn't say leaking, running out of my left nostril like a faucet. What came up was something called CSF. That is called a cerebral spinal fluid. That's a leak. And what it is the spinal fluid that lubricates your brain and your spine and all that connected was leaking out. Now, how was it leaking like that? Well, I went to my doctor. Well, they had a test that you could test if it was spinal fluid. Well, my husband is diabetic. So at that time, he had like little test strips. And so the way that you can determine if it's spinal fluid or if it's something else, all I had to do was lean over, get some of it in the cup, and stick his test strip in it. And if it turned colors, then it was spinal fluid. And it did. I rushed over to my doctor. I told her what I found. They didn't even have a test, a bona fide test for me to take at the lab. So they gave me one of the urine cups and I filled it up with this fluid, clear fluid, no odor, no nothing. Came back and yes, it was spinal cord fluid. So mind you, for almost 7 months, I've been leaking spinal cord fluid from my brain and my spine. How was it coming out? Well, we get all the scans to find out I have a hole in the base of my brain, right here. Well, on the opposite, I'm doing the opposite, but it's on the left side, right near the sinus area at the base of my hole, with some brain matter hanging out of there. Who knows how long it's been? That's probably why I'm so loony. Brain matter hanging out of there, guys. And the only reason that I am here in front of you today is because of that hole. Because had that hole been closed up, that fluid would have built up in my brain and I would be an egg again. But because I was proactive, I would not take no for an answer. I knew there had to be something wrong with me. So when people tell you, they'll tell you, oh, don't go to WebMD. Don't ask questions. Don't ask them. Let me tell you something. A doctor goes to school for 8 years or however long to just be a base doctor. Then they may go to for a couple more years or a seminar to specialize in something. Okay. However, if they did it in 1920 and they never looked at another book or never read another medical journal or never went online or looked at an encyclopedia or went to a class, the only thing they're going to know is what they learned back in 1920. They read, you read. I'm not telling you that you can diagnose yourself. However, if you're intelligent, what I do, I read medical journals for fun. And if I don't understand the language, guess what Casey does? Casey goes to Chat GPT, Open AI. Now I do, but before then, I would just go in a dictionary or whatever, and I will have it deciphered so I can understand it in my language. Every blood test, everything. Why? Because I need to know me. Your body is your body. Although we have the same anatomy, the way my body functions and what affects me is going to affect me in a different way than it affects you. If you don't know your own self and what feels different for you, you can't go into a doctor and expect them to fix it for you. They are in an experimentation dynamic. A lot of illnesses mimic the same symptoms. So half of the time when you go in your doctor, they don't really know what's wrong with you. They'll give you a test if there's a test, but if they can't figure it out, then the experimenting starts. And this is why you end up with a row of medication that didn't work, or this test and that test, and you're taking off all the time from your job or in your life, going to this place and that place. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Well, I take the maybe out of my possibilities. Okay. And you look and you figure out. So if there's 5 different things that may be wrong with me when I go to the doctor, I have those 5 things set up so they can hone in on probably what's wrong with me. I say this because a CSF leak, and if you look it up, it may take people months, years to figure out that someone is having this. And if you don't have an opening somewhere in your brain or wherever that spinal cord fluid is building, you can be no more. I was lucky that I had the hole in my brain because I would be no more. Okay. So I say this to you. I implore you, be vigilant about your health. Don't let anybody tell, if something don't sound right to you, don't let nobody tell you don't look further. If you don't feel confident with your physician, whoever it may be, fire them and go find someone else. Okay. Because they're your employee. You're not theirs. Let's not get it twisted. And they're supposed to be taking an oath to do no harm and to look out for your best interest. And the vast majority of them do. Okay. But when I don't care if you don't feel comfortable, you feel intimidated, and you can't say how you feel to your physician, time to go. Because Casey wouldn't be here if she didn't have that dynamic with her doctor. Dr. Davis, you are magnificent. If you can hear me, you are magnificent. Okay. She's not a doctor anymore, but she's magnificent because she listened to me. She didn't listen at me. We talked about my health together. If I had an issue, guess what? She took my advice and she looked it up because she knows I know me better than anybody else. And I'm standing here in front of you, a brain surgery and a spinal surgery patient at the same time. And then you know why I like pork fat? Because they took some pork intestines and they grafted to that hole, and my brain is closed now. Because of that. So I guess that's why I love bacon. Yes, I love the pork. The pork helped me. Yes, it did. I'm standing here before you now because I did not let someone just tell me I had infections or whatever. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, neither are you, but you are the doctor of your body. When you see something wrong, handle it. Everybody go to the doctor. Don't sit back here and just wait. And I'm a victim of it too. I take care of everybody except for me. Okay. If you want to be here for however long you want to be here, handle your business. And if somebody's not giving you what you need, get a new one. And that's that. So that is why I told you that story, because if you have, and the symptoms of this, I had a stiff neck and didn't realize it. Some people will have headaches. I didn't have anything like that. I had a stiff neck for a few months, and I just thought sitting in front of a computer. Little things like that. But that constant flow of that liquid was troubling. And by the time I got to the hospital, literally they were calling me while I was sitting there working, say, hey, you got to get here now or you're going to expire. Of course, I had to get the kids together. I finished my shift, got everything set. Then I drove myself to the hospital. But don't do that. But my point is, I'm still standing. And so this is why when I feel compelled to do stuff like being on this YouTube and talking to you guys, I think that the Lord above has a reason for me to be here. I may be crazy. Okay. However, if it's one person, no people, or 100,000, I am going to speak my truth to everybody who will listen. And I hope you hear me. Never be intimidated about what's happening to you. So, Casey's blessing is all done now that I have put you all up in my business. Okay. Yeah. This is not a reality show. I hope it was helpful for you. I'm not trying to scare anybody. And like I said, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. I'm just telling you what my story has been. And this is how I navigate my health care. This is what I do. Okay, here you go with the Listen. Yes, chitlin saved my life. It sure did. It sure did. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Okay. I know y'all against the swine, but the swine saved Casey. Yes, it did. The swine saved Casey. It sure did. That swine right up in here now. And you know what? They threw away some of my brain probably in the Potomac. I don't miss it much. Yeah. So I wanted it for a souvenir. They didn't give me a chance to keep it. Go figure. So now I got this done. I tell you, it wasn't the part of the brain that stopped me from talking, was it? I think it made me talk more, y'all, for real. But like I said, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I say these things because I care about you. I invite you into my world because I care about you, because I'm a very private person. But like I said, this live stuff has really opened me up, to just being no filter, I guess. Yes. So.
Oh, also they said musical, please. So I guess it's time to sing.
Okay. Go tell it on the mountain. Okay, that's what you. Yeah, I'm gonna drink me some coffee. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I done brought y'all down to the depths of despair. Okay, I'm here and kicking. Okay, I just want to get this stuff over here because I want to get this meat on. I have nothing to sing. I'm close this up. Tell beautiful assistant to sing. Nope. See, listen, you see what I'm saying? Y'all need to make her sing.
I'm not a singer.
Yes, she is.
I'm an assistant. That's what I do.
Nah, man. She can sing. Okay, she can sing.
Everyone
she
can sing. Now, can we sing well? That's another
I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. That's the Coca-Cola song. You didn't know that, did you? I bet you didn't know that was the Coca-Cola song back in the day. It sure was. Okay, let me turn this over here. Boy, listen. Musical, please. What am I? A radio? Like musical Whitney. Okay, I wouldn't dare desecrate that woman's songs. Are you kidding me? You're not gonna get me out. Now that you ain't gonna make me do in front of 800,000 people or whatever. Have me sounding crazy. Yes, she can. Yeah, beautiful assistant can sing. Yes. See, she got that octave range and stuff. I'm down there with the baritone people. Okay. Yes, I am. Okay. No. What was that song? I did do a cabaret, and I did sing a Whitney Houston song, and I can't remember which one it was. What is that song? I'm trying to think. A few stolen moments is all that we share. You've got your family and they need you there. Though I tried to resist being last on your list, but no other man's gonna do. 'Cause I'm saving all my love for you. That's what it is.
Hey.
That's it. That's all. That's everything. Okay, let me get this in the garbage. But I will say, one of my favorite songs is hers. I don't know when she did that. I'm Your Baby Tonight. I love that song. I love that song. I don't know if it was anybody else's favorite, but I really like that song.
Yep, I love it too.
I love that. I love that whole, what do you call it? It was a CD back then. I love the whole CD. What are you laughing at now? I'm looking at laughing, saving all my love for you, laughing at me. Me too. Late 80s, exactly. No, was that the CD that had I'm Your Baby Tonight on it in the 80s? Because that's when I also like that song. I think He's All I Got or something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, do you? He builds me up.
Oh, yeah, I know that song.
He gives me love. More love than I've ever seen. He's all I've got. He's all I've got in this world. But he's all the man that I need. That whole CD was the bomb. Yes, it was. Okie dokie, y'all. So let me get over here and take this over here. And I'm going to get this puppy all seasoned up. And it's going in the pot. It's going in the pot. Yes, it is. Right, let me get my foil because y'all know I have to cover my counter because I'm not trying to do what? Make a mess. Make a mess. Make a mess. Let me get this over here. Oh, remind me, y'all, I got to stop flouncing around here because see, my knee are being hurt me and y'all hear me screaming. You don't want to hear that. Trust me, I have them coming from every corner. Are you okay? Do I look okay? I'm hurting.
I mean, you look fabulous. So that's
Okay.
not,
Do I look okay? I look like it hurts. Okay? I'll be around here singing Lisa Fisher. Y'all don't know about that, do you? How can I ease the pain when I know you're coming back again? Yeah, it's coming back. Yes, knee, it's coming back. Oh, for those of you who just came in, I have a challenge for 2025. I told you guys I was doing it. I am going to challenge myself, and I'm going to challenge you guys if you so choose to do so. I'm going to be creating over the next few weeks, starting this next Saturday, comfort foods that are healthier, but still got all that flavor. Got to get my life right. What can I tell you? Yeah. 26. But I'm not going to sacrifice flavor. No, I'm not. So, let me get bracelets off, ring off. Time to get down to the nitty-gritty. So, I'm going to I almost did it again. I was about to do that little twist I do. I'll be screaming. All right, so I'm going to get this meat here on here. Like I told you guys, it has the, I put the meat tenderizer on it. So it's been tenderizing, I would say, for about, an hour?
yeah.
Okay, I think I wanted this piece right here, the little big for me. I'm going to cut this piece in half. I told you I cut this down. And I cut it down for a reason, or my beautiful assistant cut it down this time, for a reason, because it helps it cook faster. So, let me wash the good knife off, the one that's supposed to actually be sharp. Oh, guys, guess what? I'm just waiting till the end of the week,
And I think by maybe, I won't say this Saturday because it's probably going to take a few days to come. I found the best pot set ever. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to show it to you. I would suggest you get it. And if you're looking for new pots and pans and you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want something that's really going to be good. Now, I don't know if any of you seen the hex-clad stainless steel pans. They have, I think it's non-stick on the inside, but it's stainless steel on the outside, of course, which is what I have to have because I have an induction stove. I have to have something that will connect with that stove. So it doesn't have to be stainless steel, but it has to have a steel bottom for the connection. Those hex-clad pots and pans are really expensive. They can be like $1,500 more. Well, I went online and I was looking, and I'm gonna try not to cut this foil because I should be on a cutting board, and I cut the foil. I sure did. I was trying to find something similar, and I did. And I can't even think of the name of the doggone pots now. I have to look at my matter of fact. Yeah, my beautiful sister can check. Now I'm not affiliate ambassador of Amazon or anything, not yet anyway. But I will give the props for this.
They're called snowclad.
Okay, these are called snowclad. They look exactly like the hex-clad pots. They have a very good rating. I looked it up outside of Amazon because, I don't know, everybody's opinion. I just looked it up. But they're very good. They have a 10-piece set. They all come with tops. I'm also buying the 12-inch skillet because I got a lot of people here and I like to have those big skillets. And that's like $55. The regular price was probably like $400, $500. I'm going to get this. I probably will spend maybe $200 because I'm waiting till after what? Christmas. So if you're looking to get something, you might be able to see it. She's showing it.
Looks like that. I don't know if y'all can see that.
And I will try to get the put the link or something like that in there.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description.
Yeah, in the description. Well, I'm gonna have them do it because I'm not gonna promise you that because you know what? I get busy and start to forgetting that stuff and start working on the next show. I gotta get better with that because now that I'm monetized, I guess that's how I make money. So
yeah.
They're gonna show you where my head is at, y'all. But anyway, I'm cutting these a little bit smaller because I want this to go on and do its thing. So you can really cut this as small as you want. Nobody has to have a whole roast. It doesn't matter because guess what? It's shredding up anyway. You're just helping the process along. So I'm cutting it to even smaller pieces, and you can cut as small as you want. Okay, so this is good. Okay, that one's a little big because I want this to do its thing. So long story short, cut it as small as you want. And that'll be that. And I should have my cutting board, but I'm being lazy, so I put it on the plate. Okay, so I think that'll be good. Now I'm just going to do it. I should have told this is what I should. You know what? Crazy me. Watch this. Watch how easy this can become. Watch. Okay, so where's it at? Okay, you see this? Scissors. I ain't going through all that. Chop, cut.
That's one way to do it.
There you go. Scissors, cut it up. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Easy like Sunday morning. I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Boy, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Yep. Seems to me, boy, I've done all I can. I need some more foil because I cut it.
Okay.
You see, I begged, stole, and I borrowed. Well, ooh, that's why I'm easy. Throw this away. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yep. That's why I'm easy. Easy like Sunday morning.
That's what from saying pork butt.
Huh?
It's no, it's pork shoulder, right?
This is a pork shoulder, the butt portion, but it's boneless. That's what it is. I try not to get things with bones in it because I don't like the weight. And I end up cutting the bone out anyway. So, if I can get it, put it this way, I know boneless things are a little bit more expensive, but I always try to get a bargain. And with this, I do. Yep. So let me get it back on here. And I'm going to season it up. And then we're going to get it in this pot. Okay. So it's nice little pieces. Nice little pieces here. Yep. I think I got one more that I missed. Let's see. But I'm going to show you this. And although it looks like it's a lot of marbling here, a lot of fat. And if you want, you can trim some of it off. But I keep it because it really helps with the tenderizing. And you can just scoop, it separates. You just take it out. And it doesn't have to be part of your dynamic, But it helps with the cooking. All right, so let me just lay this out here. Again, you can do this with beef too if you want to. Just use a little different dynamics. I would use beef broth instead of chicken broth. And you can use some of the same seasonings and the same dynamics. You really can. Let me wash my hands because they're full of meat. And you're going to get the same result. Like I said, I will tell you this, but pork cooks a little bit faster than the beef, believe it or not. I don't know why. It cooks, okay, I'm going to tell you out of the three things that I can do this with. Chicken would be the fastest. Pork comes next and then beef. I've never tried lamb. But I am going to give me some lamb this weekend. I know for what YouTube tells me is my viewers don't like lamb. But I'm going to introduce you to liking it because I was one of those people. And then I got a hold to it. And it was a whole different dynamic. There's so many things you can do with it. And it gives you some versatility. It gives you another dynamic to go to, And hey, so, we all need a little diversity in our life. So I am going to be doing some lamb. I don't know if you guys are familiar with, we call them gyros, but they're called heroes. Actually, it's the correct pronunciation. A Greek sandwich, it has lamb. A lot of times it's lamb and pork and I think beef they'll do. But in New York, they have these big giant pieces that they make on a spit. And they slice it off like that. And it has onions and tomatoes. And they have a sauce called tzatziki sauce, which is yogurt based with it's very good. So I figured out how to make my own lamb for the gyro. And I did it. What did I do that about 2-3 weeks ago, guys? And I made it. Oh, put it this way. I got one slither. They ate it up. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Soon and very soon. Okay, what I need and I didn't get is my sazon. Do we have some in my shaker or not?
There's a little bit in there, not a whole lot.
Okay. So once again, y'all, I'm gonna have to re-up the stuff here in front of y'all, cause resumes. Okay, resumes.
Spit?
Huh?
You got a spit?
I have a spit of what?
That's what Rightful From said.
No, I don't have a spit. I don't need one, and you'll see why. You will see why when I make it. You don't need a spit. You really don't. And it's so good. It's so delicious. It's so fresh. See, I didn't think that it would come out the way it came out, but it was impressive.
And I'm not even a fan of
It was impressive. And my beautiful assistant over there, she doesn't even like lamb like that. She likes the chicken gyros. Okay. Or gyros or heroes or yeah, she likes that. I can't even get the doggone top off. Let me see. Okay, there you go. I have to put my Saison in my shaker because, like I told you, it gives me more even distribution, and that's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. So I put out a short last night for my other show. And like I said, the show is going to be based on, well, I'm doing prosperity meal inspired appetizers, number one, which is going to be use some of this pork. So y'all gonna want to come over there and see this stuff. You can use shredded chicken too for those people who don't do pork. But I put a short out right to advertise, and I go through a lot for my shorts. I really get very artistic and try to be very witty. Well, I think 9 people looked at the short. Anyway, so this is how I advertise every week. I do different shorts, and I talk about, because I know the show that I have in the evening is different. Nobody really, I guess they're trying to figure out, what is this? Who does this? My show is a cooking show, but it is a combination cooking show and relationship dynamic, So I guess people have to get, I'm always doing something outside the box. But anyway, so I decided, because the show is about getting rid of your emotional baggage before you go into another relationship, in conjunction with us having a new year and, the prosperity dynamic, it all kinds of intertwine. I don't know. I just saw Minnie Riperton, and I always pick a nice song that I think is nice or whatever that may be relevant. And so I chose Loving You. I don't know these people been. They must not have ever heard of Minnie. You can check out that short. I loved it. And I'm going to tell you, I loved it. I am forcing good music down these people's face. I am going to do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all, I ain't gonna never make no money on YouTube because I have so many things. So it's like, hey, listen, I need to teach you something. Okay? You need to learn a little something here. So they're like, okay, this old chick is trying to make us listen to this fossil music. Well, it's fossil music to you now, but next year somebody will be remaking it and you'll think it's new. Okay, so you'll be up on them because of me. So anyway, the short is really cute. I loved hearing Minnie's voice. It was really nice. So I told you I have a little bit of this bacon fat here. And the reason why I'm doing this, and I have such a little that, I'm not even worried about cross-contamination or anything. I'm going to stick my hand in here, rub it on here. I'm going to rub these pieces with the bacon fat. You can put olive oil, spray with some cooking spray, whatever floats your boat. But pig is pig. So, yeah, I'm marrying these two. Why? Because I do not use a lot of salt. So, the bacon fat is a form of salting and giving flavor. And when you do things that are immersed in liquid, it is very important, in my opinion, to season it to death. Because if you don't, you end up with a flavorless dynamic. And I can't live like that. I'm not a bland person. I'm just not, as you see. I'm out there all the time, way out there. Okay, so I'm not. I have had people say to me in some of my my videos, oh my God, can you taste the meat because there's so much seasoning? I can taste it, and if you want it bland, you run your kitchen like you want to, and put nothing on it, because that's the power of it being your kitchen. Okay, when my food comes in my mouth, and the people that eat my food, they want some flavor. So you can put as little as you want, or you can do nothing at all. Casey does not tell you how to run your ship. I'm telling you how I run mine. And I've been successful for 44 years or more. Because I didn't count the time when I wasn't grown up that I was cooking, and the kids at school liked my cooking. So, yeah. And it always had flavor. So, you have to, it's a trial and error. I would say, if it's a salting type dynamic, I wouldn't go heavy because you can't really pull salt off. You can add some. But I'm going to tell you, if you're cooking something if it's all the way done, like I'm gonna tell you like this. People will say, "Oh, add the seasoning after." Have you ever had a rotisserie chicken from one of these stores that they didn't put any seasoning on? They just pulled it out of the pack and they stuck it on a rotisserie skewer and cooked it? No seasoning. Brought it home, tasted it, and thought you were going to season it up. It's a different dynamic. It's the difference between you getting in the shower, opening up your pores, putting your lotion or your oils on while your skin is still damp and it can absorb into your pores. That is the difference. When you try to season something that is already cooked with no seasoning, you're going to get some flavor, but you're not going to get that same dynamic. So you have to learn how to layer your flavors, pull back on the salt, use your seasonings that and your herbs and spices. That is going to help lift your flavor. And if you need to add a little bit of salt, get a pinch. That's it. Know what you're doing when you're cooking. When you're doing lots of fluid, you know the fluid is going to pull away some of your flavor. So use your noodle. Understand what you're cooking. If you're flouring stuff, season your flour. Because otherwise your coating will be what? Bland and lifeless. So I have put my bacon fat on here. We're going to wash this out and we're going to start again getting our bacon drippings together because we can't live without what? Bacon drippings. So dry my hands off and get this over here. So now the first thing I'm going to do, because I don't have a lot of seasonings to put on here now because pretty much everything is in the Casey's blessing, but I will tell you this. Get your all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, some Lowry's seasoned salt if you want to do that. You know, whatever seasonings that you love, and I can't even find, oh, here it is. Okay, and I'm going to take this salt out just in case I need a pinch. But like I said, I do everything low sodium, so it looks like I got a lot of seasoning, but in reality, it's flavor because I don't do a lot of sodium. So, and you just layer your flavors. You can use whatever flavor makes you feel happy. It's about you, boo. It's about you. So, the first thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do the Lowry's first. So, I'm just going to sprinkle some Lowry's on this. And you just want to think about this meat as being your body and you're trying to cover up the cold, from the cold. You don't want to leave any openings because guess what? You're going to be cold if you do. I'm going to get my black pepper. I don't know why I have 2 cayenne peppers here. Okay, and I'm going to put some black pepper on there. And just a sprinkle, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do my Sazon. Same thing. And you're going to do this on both sides of your meat. Always season both sides of your meat. Okay, you don't put on one shoe and go outside, do you? Okay, then season both sides. Okay, now I'm going to hit it with the blessing. And do this, do one of these like my daughter does. This is why I don't have none, but she's squeezing out so much of it until it all goes away.
Red Food Pro said you don't do sodium, and then they said isn't Lowry sodium?
Is it what?
Lowry isn't sodium.
No. It's low. This is low. Look. It has some sodium in it. Ooh, see my knee. It has some sodium in it. It's 25% less sodium. So the things that you know that contain sodium, go light. But you can go a little heavier on this because this has, excuse me, I'm sorry. This is the pepper. This has 25% less. So I do a little sprinkling of this. Only because I like some of the flavors they have in it. Really, I don't have to because my Casey's Blessing has pretty much everything I need. This is a habit because Lowry's has been my friend since time began, period. So, and I know a lot of people have access, but if you can get low sodium or no sodium, and a lot of the companies have it, you just have to look. That's it. Or get it on Amazon, they always have it. You know. So no, this Lowry's ain't gonna hurt you. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. It isn't. So I did my Casey's on there. I am going to put some paprika on there because what I'm going to be doing next, I'm going to be searing this meat before it goes into the pot. Oh boy, these things got me. My nose is just tickling. And so I think I showed you guys this trick before. To get the other side, you kind of fold over the foil, and your meat turns on the other side. And so I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to season the other side of my meat, just like that. Yep, and get all these little nice things on there. And it's not, like I said, it's not going to be over salted. Trust me, because I'm going to be immersing this in a lot of liquid. So a lot of this is going to be seasoning the liquid. So you just want to be, be mindful. Let me put my Sazon on there. And then I'm going to show you what it should look like if you have enough seasoning. And I'm going to put some more paprika. And I'm going to do the other side. A little bit of pepper. And that's what's making me sneeze, y'all, is pepper. Ugh. Okay, now you flip your foil on the other side so you can get the other side. This way, you don't have to keep flipping over each piece of meat. It becomes monotonous. So, do the same thing. And when I finish, I'm going to let y'all see what it should look like. Okay, get you on here. Everybody has their clothes on. Nobody wants to go out here unclothed. Everybody wants a new outfit. This designer wear seasoning. And little pepper, so I can sneeze some more. Okay, get that on here. And some paprika. Okay. Paprika, depending on the paprika that you buy, people think that it's just for coloring, but paprika actually has a flavor. This is a little smoky flavor, which I like. Now I'm going to take one of these, and I'm taking it up to you, and I'm going to let you see. This is how the meat should look once you finish seasoning it. Can't get the words out. Okay. If you can see this, do you see what this looks like? Mm-hmm. Every part of this chunk is now coated. But I'm not done yet. So, I take this, get it all together, just like that. And of course, I need to clean off this because I done made a big mess. So I'll put all this thing back here because I need to keep these out because I will periodically probably hit it with some more Casey's Blessing, which, like I said, this has no sodium. This is just straight up herbs. And as they said in Coming to America, this is just some juice and berries. Yeah. That's what it is. Just juice and berries, and no sodium, I promise you. I did this specifically for all of those people out there who are sodium conscious because I knew that I could do something with flavor that wasn't high in sodium. I just had to figure it out. So I did. Okay. Let me wash my hands again. And then I will saute this meat. So get in the pot. All right. So, as I said earlier, some of you guys came a little bit later, so I didn't get to ask you, how was your holiday? I didn't get to ask everybody how their holiday was. So, I hope that you had a good one. Mine was tiring, but that's pretty much the nature of the beast for me, because I'm the family cook. So when you're the family cook, you're going to be the tired one. It's just the way it is. All right, so I'm going to take this skillet here. Let me turn around. And I'm going to spray it because, that's what I do. But when I get my new skillet, I have to spray it. How about that? Oh, I can't wait. I'm like a kid in the candy store with that. Mm-hmm. Let me get some cooking spray. And I'm going to get a little bit of my canola oil so I can just have a little bit of oil in there. I don't want to have a whole lot because I'm not trying to fry the meat. I'm just trying to brown it. So let me get that in here. Just spray you just like that. And I'm also going to spray the inside of this pot because I can. Okay. And let me turn this up I'm going to put it probably on a 9. So not all the way high because, you know, I always tend to start running my mouth and then it starts smoking and I got to turn this crazy thing on and it just makes so much noise and it's annoying to me. And I'm sure it's annoying to you. So we're going to avoid that. So we're going to watch what we're doing. How about that? Let me get my little tongs, my tongs. So I can put this in here. Let me get it a little. I'm going to put maybe about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the canola oil in here, just to coat the bottom of the pan. There will be no flour or anything put in this because when you're done cooking this stuff, it's going to cook down. It's going to make its own gravy. Trust me, it's going to be good. So you don't need to put flour. Some people may. I don't do a whole lot of that flour stuff if I don't have to because it's just not necessary in my book. But, you know, to each his own. So I hope you guys can see. I'm going to take another swig of my coffee. Yes, I am. And I'm going to put it over here on my warmer because it's getting a little cold and I don't like cold coffee. All righty. So let's see what we got. And not quite. Not ready yet. I think I need to get my basil out of the fridge. Oh, where has my basil gone? I see you. I see my basil. Okay, let me do the litmus test. Way over here. Not ready yet. See, the thing about it, if you do this, you have to be very careful. But when your water dances in the oil and it does a little dance, like break dancing, then you know the oil is ready. Or you can use a thermometer like some people do. But you know, I got to be basic. I'm all about that person that does not have all these different doohickeys and stuff. That person who lives in a place where they ain't got no room to have all these different things. That's who I am. I'm that girl. Okay, I'm going to take it up to 8 because it's slowly getting heated, you know, but I'm getting older by the second. So I want this to hurry up. Yes. Hurry up and do what I need to do. Looks like I'm almost there. Okay. See, it's doing that. Do a little dance. Make a little love. My grease is hot. My grease is hot. So I'm gonna move my pot.
Red From said iced coffee is good.
Okay.
Yes, agreed.
The beautiful assistant agrees with you. I, however, like mine hot. All right, it's popping now. It's on and popping. Let me turn it down. So now it's getting grease on my stove. See, y'all always distract me. So let me get some of this meat in here. So I'm going to put this in here. And see, now I really need to get my my little screen wire because this thing is messing up my stove and I'm not happy with that. Okay, so if you can get that for me, that'd be lovely. I may be able to get all these little pieces in here, and that'd be nice.
One
because that's why I like big skillets. Because this roast is so small, so I may be able to get the vast majority in there, which is a good thing. And I'm just trying to brown it on all sides. I'm not trying to cook it. I'm just trying to sear it. Give it a little bit of a start. Because it just brings out the flavor. Yeah, I may have like a few that I have to stick in after. I may be able to get. I think I got the back. So you don't want to overcrowd your skillet because then it brings the temperature down. So I have maybe about 3, 4, 5 little pieces left, and now I need to turn the skillet up because I've put a lot in here because I just want to get it done. So I'm gonna turn it up. I put it down to 7. I'm taking it back up to 9. It'll heat up some more, and then we can start getting in the pot. Let me clean off my stove because it got dirty in the process. And we don't do dirt. We don't do dirt. We don't do dirt.
Clean divas and dudes.
Yes, we don't do dirt. You know why we don't do dirt? Because when I'm finished, I don't want to have to clean up. I don't know about you. I like clean stuff, but that doesn't mean I want to have to constantly do it. So I'm just being real. I don't know too many people after they spend hours cooking enjoy cleaning up afterwards. They do it, but hey, if I don't have to, why make it hard for myself? You know, that's what I say. I say work smart, not hard. Okay, come on. I'm gonna bring you up to high because you need to do what I need you to do. So once I get that done, let me put my pot back over here because I'm gonna transfer it directly back into the pot. Then I'll get those other little 4 or 5 pieces in there, and they're really small, so it won't take any time because the skillet won't be full. But the skillet is full now, you know. So, and yeah, I'm gonna have to turn this on. You know why? Because I really, really like my soft surfaces in my house. And although the food smells good, it doesn't smell good when it's in your couches and chairs and things. So this is why I have this. Just a FYI, you know. Yeah. It's like when I finish this, I will go and detox from the smell of food so I don't feel like I am a fajita or something. Yes. And get ready for the next show. Yes, I will. So let me take a look because I think I may be able to turn it to see what it looks like. Okay, not quite yet. Maybe another couple of, I say maybe 2 minutes on each side, and you should be good. Because I'm not trying to cook it. That I'm not trying to do. Let me get my little thing that my husband bought me to put ladies in so I don't dirty up my counter. Okay, let me bring it down. Because see, now the heat has come up. And it is getting really heated now. So, and I think I can turn it. So I'm doing a turn. Yep. Just like that. That looks really good. If you didn't know any better, you would say, hey, this looks yummy just like this. But, you know, you must cook your pork thoroughly. Don't want to have any rare pork. So you would not do this and eat it. Not if you don't want to be sick, that is. And none of us want to get sick. We want to enjoy our food. So turn it over. All that. There you go. Y'all, they're so nice. They're just laying here and doing what I want them to do. Let's give our little pork pieces a hand, a round of applause. They said, we're going to take you into 2025. We're going to do that thing. Yes, we are.
Oh, Rightful Crumb Act 2 shows.
Huh?
Rightful Crumb Act 2 shows.
Yes, you know, the one at night. Our the love rhythm recipe, where we're going to be talking about getting rid of that emotional baggage before you embark upon a new relationship. That's important. And I'm going to be coming up with some very, very different but delicious appetizers for either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day that encompass the prosperity meal. So it's gonna be pretty nice. It's gonna be pretty nice. You know, I think that you will enjoy it. It's going to encompass this lovely roast. That's going to be part of it. And I'm going to show you some things you can do with it, with the hors d'oeuvres and with leftovers. So it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be interesting. Interesting. Yes, it is. So, yeah, that's looking really nice. Let's see what we got. Oh, yes. See? Now, let me bring this over to you. I'm going to do this because I don't want no dripping. So you see what that looks like. Everybody see what that. This is what you want it to look like after you brown it. Now it's ready to go into the pot. But before you put it in the pot, because I like to layer my flavors, okay, I'm going to take my vegetables and then you start the layering process. For those of you who haven't heard me say this before, I layer because flavor comes from the bottom up, especially when you're dealing with things that have a lot of liquid. Okay, let me turn this down because I need to get this in here. So I'm going to put a couple of my vegetables down at the bottom before I put the meat there. Just a few. And my herbs. That's why I have 2 of each. Okay. A little bit of the onion. The onion. I'm going to get this in there and take the rest of these out. Because I don't want them to overcook. Get that out of there. Get everything in here. That first batch. And it's not a lot. I really probably should have had a smaller pot. Because I'm so used to cooking a lot. This little thing right here, man, it's not much. And I bet you it'll be extra delicious because it's not much. But it's fine for what I'm using it for. For the hors d'oeuvres, it's going to be fine. For the appetizers, actually. Hors d'oeuvres. The hors d'oeuvres. The hors d'oeuvres. So I'm gonna get that in here. So pretty much all of it is in. I'm just gonna put those other 5 pieces in here to let them brown right quick. And then I'll put the rest of my veggies in. Okay? So let me just get this over here. Get that in. Go in there with your brothers and your sisters. They said they don't want to be lonely. I'm gonna get that up. Throw that in the trash. I don't even know why I had a fork because I guess I thought I was going to use it. All right, so. What that mean, man? This thing's popping in and out. I don't know why it's doing it. I know why it's doing it because I won't sit down and it's like, okay, keep messing with me. I'm going to figure out how to make you sit down, Casey. But guess what? If I got to roll myself across the screen, I'm not going to give in. That's it. I refuse to surrender to the dying of the light. Not doing it. So, let's just wipe this down. Oh, let me get a little bit of basil because I want all of the. That looks so pretty, I tell you, in this pot. I'm going to do a little bit of the basil in there. And then I'm going to take half a stick of this butter and put it in. And then I'll put those other little 5 pieces on top of there. Usually I have more, so I can layer it more, but I don't need to because, like I said, we don't have that much. So I'm going to put a half a stick of butter in there. And when this gets brown, we're going to put it all together. We're going to get it to a rapid boil. Then we're going to turn it down, and we're just going to cook until it is pulverized. That's what we're going to do. All right. So, let me see. Get that all wiped up there. Dry that off. Okay. So, I will say that I am so excited for the next year. I have so many things that I want to show you guys, and we can do together. And we're going to learn a lot of things from each other. We sure are. Believe it or not, we all have something to give to each other and to everybody. Don't ever think that you don't have something to offer because you do. You really do. Everybody does. So, I'm going to turn it back up because now the heat went down again. I want to get these in here. They're browning really nicely, quickly though. And that paprika helps the browning process. Yes, it does. These will probably be ready faster than those. I only have really one piece that's kind of thicker. The other ones are really small. So let me get that. That's going to be good. So, yeah, that looks good. Anywho, let me get a sip of coffee because I have vowed that I will no longer waste my coffee. I'm not going to do that. So, I'm going to drink some coffee. You should take a drink too. Hydrate. Okay, I think we may be ready to get the rest of it in the pot. go. One more turn. Turn the feet around. Love to hear percussion. One more little bit, because one of them is kind of lopsided. So I got to get that third side. You know, it decides they want to be a, what's it, a pyramid, not a triangle. It's a pyramid. So I got to get that side brown, because you don't want to leave any side undone. It's just the way it is. You don't want to neglect your food, okay? You must be an equal cook. That means everything gets treated equally. So, there you go. Everything is beautiful. So let's get this in here. I can get 2 of these at one time. They're so tiny. Okay. Just like that. Now, but I ain't done yet with this stuff. So you know what you do with this? Let me turn this off. Be quiet. I'm going to take it down just like that. Oh, matter of fact, I'm going to turn it off. I don't even need to have it. I'm going to take this, and I am going to get these drippings that are in here just like that. And I'm going to get all the drippings off the bottom. Now, what do you think I'm going to do with the drippings, y'all? I'm just saying. I mean, it's not hard. I'm going to take
Mary.
Yes, I'm going to take the rest of my vegetables, and I'm just going to dump them up in here. Okay, that's what we do. Put them all up in there just like that. And I am going to put my butter, the other piece of butter, and I'm going to put a little sprinkle of my basil. Yes, I am, because that is beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. But I'm not done yet. I am going to hit it with the blessings. Why? Because when I hit it with this broth, it's going to start diluting. So I'm gonna hit it with my blessings. Remember, my blessings has no sodium, just a bunch of flavor. I'm gonna hit it just like that. And get my top back on here if I can. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with some of my no sodium Sazon. Yes, I am. And I'm gonna do just like this. You see, I done showed y'all what a pinch is, but this is a pinch of salt. Just a little pinch of salt. When I say a pinch, I mean a pinch. That's all you're gonna need. Bam, just like that. That goes in there. Let me wipe this up. And now we're going to put this wonderful stuff here, up in here. We're going to pour it over here. But this right here is going to help flavor your pork. So let me, there you go. There you are. Get you in the sink. Just like that. Okay, there you go. All righty. So now let me dry my hand off and get the broth in, and then we're going to bring this puppy up to a rapid boil. And once it comes to a rapid boil, then we're going to bring it down to like a medium heat, and we're going to cook it until it decides to surrender. It's going to surrender. You understand? It's going to say, I give. That's what it's going to do. So I'm thinking I will use, I hope I don't have to use more than this. I don't want to use a lot. And the reason why is with the fat that's on this is going to render a juice. And if you have too much liquid in there, you have to cook it off, because I'm not trying to make soup. You know, I want to make a little nice gravy. So let's see what we got. So I'm pouring it just like that. And I do it in a circular motion around the edges of the meat and the vegetables. I don't pour right on top, because that helps me see the perimeter, because I don't want it to be covered completely. I want it to get just to the top of the meat, so it's not going to be submerged. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to move it around, because I want to make sure. I think that's probably going to be enough. One of these 32 ounce for this amount of meat, for that little bitty meat. If I have more meat, then I will probably use 2 or 1.5. But right now, and if I have to add some more as I'm cooking, and that's going to determine whether you add more liquid or not. You, as you're cooking, if it's getting tender without any sticking, and you're not losing, it's not reducing, your liquid is not reducing, then you're good. And you can continue cooking with that amount of liquid. But if it's reducing and your meat is still not where you need it to be, add a little bit more liquid. It's not going to hurt you. Okay? So let's turn it on. I'm going to put my top on here and tint. This is the wrong top. Okay. I need the right top, not the wrong. I got the, it's over here. It's not you, it's me.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to put this in here and wipe that counter off. So I'm going to tint my top. Tinting simply means you're going to leave a little opening so it doesn't bubble over while you're giving it a rapid boil. I'm going to turn this on to high so I can get a rapid boil. And when we come to that, then we'll turn it down. Let me wipe this up. Get this over here. There you go. That's good. Get that on there. It'll take a couple of minutes. Yeah. I think I may put just a little tad more of liquid in here. It depends on what happens when I do the rapid boil. Because if I leave it just like this, that liquid's going to reduce and it's going to make a nice hearty gravy to it. Now, when it does that, that's going to leave you at this dynamic. When you shred this pork, a lot of times you will see pork that's shredded. And let me turn around here because I need to sit down now. I'm tired. Okay, let me throw this in the garbage. You will, a lot of times, see shredded pork, and they put barbecue sauce on it. They use it for pulled pork sandwiches. Okay. Very seldom do you see shredded pork have a gravy because people usually use shredded pork, as I said, for pulled pork sandwiches. However, there are a lot of things you can do with the shredded pork, which I'm going to show you on my other show, several things. But you can do a lot of things with that pulled pork and with that gravy. And you never have to put any barbecue sauce on it at all if you cook it this way. So you're going to see what I'm talking about. So what I did, because I did cook it this way for Christmas. I told you guys I was going to roast it, but then I said to my son, I got tired. I wasn't trying to be going through no 105 hours roasting. So I decided to do it like this. It was very successful. What ended up happening, I made these things and I call them stuffing muffins. It's made with the stuffing. And of course it's dressing because I baked it. But I like the name stuffing muffins, so I call it stuffing muffins. But anyway, so it has the sausage and the sage and all these aromatic vegetables and all the stuff. And I made them into little muffins. They were so cute. But it was a pork-based dressing. So the liquid or the stock from the shredded pork, which was a lot of it, I used that to season the stuffing muffin, as well as I made from scratch a pork-based gravy. So what I ended up having was I had the stuffing muffins, I sliced them in half, laid them on the plate. I put my pulled pork on top with this vegetables and stuff. And then I had that gravy, that pork-based gravy to pour over it. Boy, was that a beautiful thing. It was really, really good. And then you have your cinnamon apples on the side and your string beans or whatever vegetable you want to have. That was one part of the meal. So it was a different dynamic. It was cute to look at. And it was listen, my older son, it's no point in even dressing stuff up. This child, he's 16. He sat there at the table and I gave him this stuffing muffin. It was probably about, normal size muffin. I looked and this child had the whole muffin in his face and just shoved it in. I didn't even see him chew. It was gone. Okay. Go figure. But stuffing muffins are really, really cute, and it was just something different. And I'm going to tell you, it was a hit. And I will do that again. I really will. I will do that with the turkey or chicken or whatever and just make stuffing muffins. I think they're really cute. And just nice to look at.
But I'm saying this to say the shredded pork itself is very versatile. You can make, I don't know if you ever heard of, what's the name of those tacos that are like made out of beef? Burrito tacos. Now they normally make burrito tacos out of shredded beef, and they cook it down with cumin and Mexican seasonings. They have these bombs or whatever that are seasoning bombs that you can get off of YouTube, listen to me, off of Amazon. Off of Amazon, and yeah, you know, and you can put the bomb in there, it'll season your meat, or you can use your own seasonings, whatever you prefer. And they stew it down, and it's very tender, and they take the shredded beef and they put it inside of a tortilla, and I think they may put some cheese in it, I'm not sure. Sometimes they'll put cheese in it, but for the most part it's just a stewed meat and the tortilla, and then they dip the tortilla with the meat inside the gravy, and then they brown it on both sides in a skillet. When I tell you that, it's a really, really tasty thing. It is really good. So I figure, hey, I can do the same thing with the pork, which I will be doing. So that's one thing you can do with it. You can add this pork to, okay, my beautiful assistant, we had some mac and cheese mixture left over from my baked macaroni and cheese because I had too much. She grabbed it right away. And she took some of the shredded pork, put that in it. She had the mac and cheese. It was something else she put in, a couple of things. I think she put some
cheese. I had like the little crunchy onions.
Oh, she had the crunchy onions that they put on the green bean casserole. I think she put some bacon bits, something, whatever we had around here. She put in there in a little casserole dish and cooked it up, and it was right nice. It was really nice. So you can do that too. You'll see what I do tonight if you come by the show, what I do to make these appetizers, which can either be just, you know, a appetizer, or it can actually be a little small meal. Because like I said, the next day, people are watching football games and all kinds of stuff like that. And you can save yourself a whole lot of headache cooking a big giant meal. And you can have these finger foods, which are just as filling. They have the same dynamic as, you know, people who follow traditions. And it's just gonna be good, you know. So I can't wait to do that tonight, along with, you know, getting all up in folks' business and telling them about their baggage that they don't need to take into their relationship, because I just enjoy those things. Let me see. I think it is rapid boiling. Let me check. Okay, so we're at a rapid boil. Almost there. Let me just do this. Churn it. Yeah, that smells. Oh, that smells good. I think I'm going to put another piece of butter in here, because the more butter that you put in this pork, the
better it will be.
It really is better. I'm sorry. I just got to do it. You know, y'all can omit it if you want to. Hey. I'm going to get my butter. It's not the Kerrygold, because I would probably be using increments of that at those prices. However, I'm going to put another one in here. Okay. You don't have to do that. One can be enough, guys. But this is me. I'm putting it in here, and I think I'm going to have enough liquid, because already the meat is starting to make its own juices already with the rapid boiling. So I think I'm good with that. And I'm going to let it rapidly boil for a couple more minutes, because I wanted to do it all the way around. It's kind of like rapidly boiling on one side. So I want the whole pot to bubble. And then when it does that, then I will turn it down. And you might want to get the other stuff out so we can, because I am consistently waiting for this.
Okay.
You know, but yeah. So that's pretty much that. So I will tell you this. My experience has been with it cut like this. Once you get it cooking, and like I said, I'm going to put it on like a medium heat, and I will watch it. You want to just stir every now and then. It probably about an hour, and it's so fork tender, you know, that you'll just want to eat it right out the pot.
Oh,
yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
You'll want to eat out the pot. You'll want to eat it on some rice. You'll want to eat it with some mashed potatoes. You'll want to eat it with some beans. You'll want to eat it without. You just want to eat it.
Eat it
on some bread by itself. Yes. Now, oh yeah, see, that's a whole nother thing. Mexican
Yeah.
coleslaw, okay?
Yeah.
That's one of, okay,
That's an actor.
Mexican coleslaw is keto. I'm gonna tell you that. This right here is keto.
Yeah.
So you can make this meal totally carb free or very low carb, okay? And that's going to be healthier for you, especially for diabetics. It is going to be weight reducing for those people who are trying to reduce their weight. It is going to lessen your inflammation because of the vegetables I have in there, and the meats don't cause inflammation.
And it's really good for. Oh, you said that back.
Yeah, she was saying the same thing, you know.
Yeah,
So
sugar.
you know, it's a win-win. So that's one of the things that I'm saying to you guys. You don't have to delete everything out of your diet. You just have to use a different dynamic, be a little creative, and be willing to try some stuff, you know. So yeah, take and heat it. Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Let me go turn it down because I think it's bubbling brown sugar over here.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to turn it down?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down. Okay, and that's gonna go to about a 6. I'm going to stir it again, and as always, where's my Splenda?
Okay.
Now, this is something else you can do, which I didn't do this time, but I did it for Christmas. I also, because you know I use Splenda for everything, so they have a Splenda blend that has brown sugar and Splenda, so it cuts the dynamics of the carbs. It's like 8 carbs per serving or something like that versus what regular sugar would be. And what I will do is after I season it, I'll sprinkle a little of the brown sugar and kind of get it over on the meat. That helps with the browning and also tastes good. I'm going to take 1 squirt of Splenda and put it in here. It's not going to make the meat sweet. It just enhances the flavor. You can omit it. You can put a little bit of brown sugar in there. You can put a little bit of sugar, maybe about a teaspoonful. That's it. Or none at all. It's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to do a little squirt. And then I'm going to cover it up. That should be good enough. That should be good enough. I'm going to stir it up. And then I'm going to cover the top of here. Okay. And I'm going to bring it up to 7. And like I said, I'm going to set my timer. And I'm going to do 1 hour. Okay. And we're going to see what we see. But like I said, that's pretty much it. Let me get a sip of my, I think I need to get a sip of water. I really do. 1 sip of water. 1 sip of water. Good. So that's pretty much where I'm at. But back to the challenge. So like I said, I'm going to come up with some recipes. We're going to try them out here on the live, see if they're successful. You know, I got to run it past the grill master because anything he thinks that is healthy, he ain't trying to have it. So I have to psych his mic, you know. Is he still in here? He may have gone away. So I can say this. I can say this. He's not going to read the chat. But listen. You know how we've been drinking 2% milk or less for years now. Well, if I had presented him with that idea, he would have sworn the milk tastes different. So what I did, I did it. I took a whole milk carton and I poured the 2% milk in there, and he drank it, didn't know the difference. So you have to psych him out. So now he doesn't trust me. So when it's something he doesn't know, is this diet food? We were on a diet together one time. We were in New York many years ago, and so I don't know what it was I made or so. It was really nice, but it was portion control. He came in from work and he's saying, "Oh, what is this? The hors d'oeuvres?" I'm like,
where's the rest of it?
He's like, "Where's the rest of it?" And that's it, buddy. You know. Then there was the cabbage diet. My sister, yes, she did, sent me the cabbage. This is before we had internets. The very first cabbage diet. She sent me the recipe in the mail, in the snail mail. I made this cabbage soup, and oh boy, needless to say, I didn't eat cabbage again for several years. That I don't know, maybe they've upped their game since then, but man, oh man, that that
Bacon.
that'll turn you off of cabbage. Yeah, it would. That original recipe.
Hold on,
did.
so what is it, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Cabbage?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner cabbage soup. That's all you eat. And it's not like the cabbage we smother and make it all yummy. They got tomatoes in it and all. It's like it was. I'm sorry. I don't care how much hot sauce I put in that.
Casey's blessings didn't exist.
It could have had Casey's blessings, and it's still never more. No, never more. So no, it's like some things. What we got here? Let me see.
It's hot. It's hot.
Okay, some things are meant to be cooked in their normal fashion. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you smother some cabbage with some bacon fat, let me put it in a regular plate, and or some smoked turkey or whatever you want to do, it is still keto. It ain't nothing wrong with it, just like that. It's gonna have whatever it has. No, I'll show you. Yeah, it's good. It's going to have whatever it has, whatever caloric intake or whatever carb amount, but it's not a lot of carbs, the cabbage. And it's just like, why we got to do all that with it? But see, it's almost like having a liquid diet. That's what it is.
Basically.
And at the end of the day, that may work if you got 5 or 10 pounds or whatever, but if you got a vast amount of weight to lose, you are not going to eat that mess for no 6, 7, 8, 9 months, okay, trying to lose 100 pounds. Okay, just be real. You're not going to go from eating Big Macs to eating that every single day unless someone has given you a frontal lobotomy. Okay, not happening. It's not, and I'm not going to be real. And this is why I am trying to come up with some things that, you may not get everything you want, but you can get some of the things you want. Some of the things, most of the things you like, you can adapt them. And you can still have them and not feel like you're being deprived or whatever, So, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, so, yeah, that's going. It sure is. Let me see. I am going to, some of it. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to look at this. I'm going to cook this a little bit, but I do have some that is ready. And I'm going to let you see what it should look like. I would let you see what it tastes like, but you know how that is.
Don't have taste of it.
We don't have replicators. That's the challenge for this year. I need for one of you guys to invent one of the replicators, like from either Star Trek or from the Jetsons, which is my time, where you press the picture and it just replicates the delicious food right there on the other end. No muss, no fuss. Nobody has to do any work.
Hold on, you know what that's like? It's like that.
How about that? Can you accept the challenge?
It's like the thing from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The little boy gets transmitted in the TV, and you can.
Oh yeah. Willy Wonka. We just saw that the other day, so now we've reignited. I don't know if you never saw Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the back in the day one with Gene Wilder, the original. What was he? Willy Wonka. So yeah, definitely. So in a minute, I'm going to show you what it looks like because I don't want to bore you with the waiting, but there's something about that pork that makes me weak and it's going to knock you off your feet. Mm-hmm. It sure is. So guess what? Guess who gets to, should I call the grill master down here and let him taste it? Oh, they over here saying no. You see how, okay, y'all see how it is. Okay.
No shade.
They haven't gotten the memo that daddy get the big piece of chicken. Okay. They don't understand that. She's over here eating.
I taste that.
Go call the grill master. Let him taste a little bit of this. Okay,
So
let's get my little garnish on here, and I'm going to show you what it looks like and how tender it is. So tender until you don't have to chew. That's how tender it is. Okay, so one moment.
Put a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And give him a fork. Now I'm gonna break it up because she didn't even show you how you can really just break it up here. That's really nice. That is nice, you know. And I think, you know what I'm gonna do? Would you like me to show you the pork with? I think I have one of the stuffing muffins left. Do I have one left, Corey? A stuffing muffin. I have a stuffing muffin left, I think. I'm gonna heat up the stuffing muffin and the gravy that go what I did, and I'm gonna let you see what it looks like. I think you'll like it. Okay, if I can find one. What did it say? Stuffing muffin, where are you? I may have to wait till the beautiful assistant comes back because I don't know where she put the stuffing muffin at. Okay, can't find the stuffing muffin. Where's the stuffing muffin? And the gravy that went with it, because that was in the glass bowl. Where is it? It was in the glass bowl. Okay, well, you find it, and then I'm gonna show you the gravy. I'm gonna show you the stuffing muffin with the pulled pork on it, and that's just one dish, you know, which is pretty yummy. I think it's great. If you can find it. Of course, I'm telling you this, and somebody probably ate it. Oh, let me show you guys this. Pass me my apron. It's right there. That one right there. Yes, thank you. Did you find it? Okay, and the stuffing. Okay, we got it. But I want to show you this first, guys, because I am going to get my website together, and I'm going to start having this stuff available because my sister keeps buying me all of this stuff for this show. Okay, and she gave this to me for my Christmas gift. If you can see this, she got me an apron that says "We Can Eat," and I'm gonna get this in all colors. And I'm not gonna put this over my hair because I'll mess up my hair. But it is so cute. It is so cute and colorful. Can you see this? She got this for me. So I have this and I have the cups. I think I'm gonna do maybe some. I don't know. I don't know if I want to put my face on an oven mitt, you know, because it'll get all burnt up. But t-shirts, things like that. So when we cook together, we can dress alike. How about that? That's what we'll do. Okay. So yeah, I need this. So I have the stuffing muffin. Let me get a plate. And I'm gonna plate it up. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me get this. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna let you see what a stuffing muffin looks like. I had to heat it up. This is a stuffing muffin, y'all. You see? Can you see? This is the most delicious thing ever. That's a stuffing muffin. So we're gonna take it. Anybody else want one? Because I'll just heat this up. Yeah, like that. Okay, let me cut it. And mind you, it doesn't have to be made out of pork. Stuffing muffins don't have to be made out of pork. So what I do, I cut them in half. Just like that. And I do them like this. And I'm going to heat it up in here. And make it like that. And I'm going to put it in the microwave and heat this up right quick. Now I want you guys to see the inside. So you see if you can see like all the flavors inside here, so many layers of flavor inside here, and boy, does it taste just like the flavor. You can eat them without any gravy. So let me stick that in there and heat it up. And then I will plate it up and they will eat it up. How about that? Yep. And that gravy.
Boy, I can smell that all the way upstairs.
The gravy?
No, the cooking.
Oh, the cooking. Oh, he says he can smell it all the way upstairs.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm not done yet because I'll be making some great appetizers tonight out of that.
Out of what?
Out of that.
Out of stuffing?
No, not out of stuffing, out of the roast pork. I mean, out of the shredded pork.
Oh.
I'm cooking more shredded pork, but I'm making a prosperity meal appetizers for tonight. So I'm cooking the pork now, and I showed everybody how to do it. And because I had more left, I wanted to show them what it looks like, so they don't have to sit around here for an hour and wait to the end product. You're gonna already see it. Okay, so let's see what we got. Yeah, that's nice and heated. Okay, so now I'm gonna
Delicious.
I'm gonna heat up my gravy, which I made from scratch, y'all. Not the bottle, the real McCoy. Okay, let me get that over here because I don't want. I'm gonna spoon my I'm gonna set these up. Think like this, just like that. Okay, and I'm gonna take this pork and I'm gonna put it over on top of here. And this is more in chunks right here. This one didn't get. I guess we didn't shred this one because this is more of still in chunks. So let me shred it. It's just coming right apart. Okay, and I'm gonna put this in here just like that. So all this nice pork over in here, but it's nice and tender and yummy.
I find it a nice little winter, eat.
Yeah, it does warm you up. It sure does. You put that over that. Yeah, that's really nice, just like that. I'll put that over here. And like I said, you can do this with beef. You can do this with a chicken if you're not a pork person. And I'm just putting a lot of it on here because these people. Okay, so let me wipe this off, check the gravy. But I'm going to show you some of the pork, what I was saying about how soft it is. I really can't. I don't know how I can exhibit how soft it is. But I got a little bit left in here. So let me show you how soft this is. I'm going to try to show you. Okay, this is the meat. Okay, you see this meat? This is like, do you see how this is just coming apart just like that? Just like that. I'm putting this in my mouth. I'm not going to chew. I'm swallowing. That's how soft this meat is. That I can just swallow it and not chew it. Oh boy, it's so good. I would share, but we don't have shareable television or whatever that. So vicariously, trust me, it's delicious. Okay, so let me get that. Let me get my my gravy. And like I said, this is only one way, and this gravy still is not done. So one more minute. This is only one way that you can serve this. There are so many different ways because I like mine. Like I said, I'll just eat it just like that. I will eat it pulled pork. I will take that right there, put it on some rice, mashed potatoes, tortilla, my finger. Hey, I'll just lick it off my finger. I sure will because it's so soft. It's so soft. It really is. It is so soft and so flavored. It's like, and it's not salty. It's just very, very flavored. It's very good. Not bland. Like I said, you just got to try it. You really do. I can't give you enough metaphors for you to kind of understand the words coming out my mouth. Okay. You did. Can't do that. Come on, gravy. Okay, I think that is gravy. Gravy, are you ready? Are you ready? No, you're not. You're still not ready. You just don't want to get ready, do you? So you can make me do 3 minutes on you. Gravy says it's been sitting in the refrigerator. Gravy was cold. Gravy said you should have took me out before now. That's what Gravy said. Oh, that's the blanket you got?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want the same color, right?
Yeah, now I want one of those. So work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is really hot, y'all, and I need a I need an oven mitt.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Not
boy.
that.
Yeah, that's a bit hot, and I didn't scream, but it hurt. Yeah. Don't do this at home, y'all. Okay. However, this is some nice gravy, and I'm gonna drizzle it over this. That's gonna be just like that. Oh yeah. I feel like Homer Simpson. Oh. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Okay, there. I got a lot of gravy on here, but they're gonna share this, so it's not gonna just be for one person. They're gonna share it. I'm telling you they're gonna share, but I don't know how the grill master feel. He may get over there and get not generous. You know, he may not want to be generous. So we have to see how he feels. Okay. We have to see if he's really, really hungry or whatever the case may be.
We could share. We're in a festive mood.
You're in a festive mood? That's what you said?
Yeah.
That's because you know more is coming. I already know the deal. I know. See, these people think I don't know what they think this is here. I was born yesterday. I may look like I was born yesterday, but nah. Okay. All right. So this is what you have. Now, this is what you have. Okay. Let me let you see. Okay. This is the result. Can everybody see this? Picture this. You get to stick this in your mouth. And it goes slowly down your esophagus into the opening of your stomach. And your stomach says, come into my life. I want to eat you. Yes, it does. And then you give it to the grill master and you don't get to taste it. So that's what I'm going to do. Did everyone get to see this? I want to make sure everyone saw.
Yes.
Let me see again. Give me some hearts or something so I can know. See, we have to communicate. And these are the stuffing muffins there. Yes.
You got a paper plate where I could share.
Okay. Well, you can taste it and then get it off your plate. Yeah, get the paper plate. Okay. So let's see what my grill master has to say about that. Mm-hmm. Although he's gonna say it's good. Okay. If he want to stay here. Okay. We'll put. I don't know if you ever saw the Flintstones, how they put Fred outside on the doorstep. Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about it. I'm staying anyway.
Okay. He approves. They didn't hear. He's over here grunting.
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't hear anything.
Oh,
Okay. Tell him how you feel.
Staying.
He said he's staying, and you, you're gonna love it. Yeah, I'm gonna feed them. Okay, y'all come over here and taste it. Okay, tell them what you think. And then we gonna be out. Deuces. Because I gotta get ready for the next go round, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, see, because Grill Master is not going. He going in hard, y'all. Okay, she's take it around here so they can see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get a paper plate. You know what, man? He want to make sure. Oh, girl. Oh, I'm spilling. Yes, you're making a mess.
I did.
Okay.
It's too juicy. It's
Okay.
so delicious.
All right. Well, I need someone that's going to be in front of the camera. Thank you very much.
I'm planning on being in front of the camera until the delicious juices.
Okay. She's over here making a mess for herself because I ain't mopping this floor.
Yeah. Oh, but it's so good.
Okay, I am here. Go right there in front.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Sorry, y'all. I
tell them.
spilled half the food. Oh my god, it's so good. It's very juicy. It's very flavored. It's like it's a lot of different textures going on. It's like the slight crunch, but like softness from the
Yeah, I'm okay.
from the stuff. Did you slip on my mess?
No, I didn't slip. See, okay, I can't sue myself. I can't. I can't sue myself if I fall on the
I'm out here
floor.
about to take out the chef. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay, she's still eating his stuff. He's sitting here waiting. Okay, yeah. Share the wealth. Share the wealth. Okay, y'all. So, there you have it. In about, I say about 40 minutes, we'll have another bit of that. And that's going to go towards that next show. As I said, the Love Rhythm Recipe, 6 p.m. tonight.
Don't miss the vibe. You want to be there for this, trust me, because we're going to go deep, we're going to go hard, and we're going to go into 2025 with some lovely recipes and some good advice. In any case, I hope that you enjoyed this live. I enjoyed being with you. Yes, I did. I always do. And I'll be here each and every week. Come rain, come shine, broke knee, or anything else. Okay? Because y'all my family. Okay? If you liked it, you know what you need to do. You want to hit that like button. You want to leave a comment. Share this with somebody. Let people know that Casey's out here and I need some friends. Okay? If you're new to this live and you're rewatching this, please subscribe because I want you to be part of my family. I like having all these people. Yes, I do. Turn on your notification bell so you can know when I am going to hit you up. Even though you know I'm going to be here every Saturday, I may have some other things to show you. So you need to do that. And y'all, trolley on over to the new show, The Love Rhythm Recipe, where it ain't your regular cooking show. Neither is this. And as always, you know what I wish you. I wish you love, peace, and some great weekend eats. See you on the flip side or at 6 o'clock. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
All right, I'm gonna clean my mess now.
Now she's going to clean. Yeah, she better get the mop and clean my floor.
Clean my mess now.
Bye, y'all.
All right, I'll see you.